Hey everybody, welcome to another video. I'm a Scorcher. Happy Valentine's Day. As you know, Valentine's Day is a day to spend with people you love and spend all the quality moments to get reminiscing and just having a great time, or just spending money on them, what you think. Then there are those times when you think of some couples that just make you question why are they even together, or how does this even exist in the first place. So with that in mind, here are the 5 worst couples in anime. This is, we're just looking back in anime at couples that either shouldn't exist, are horrible together, or just make you feel sick inside just looking at them. And with that in mind, enjoy and get ready to sigh as I do. We're starting off the list with Louise and Saito from Familiar of Zero. Familiar of Zero. It's another typical isekai anime where our main character Saito has been summoned as a familiar, sort of like an assisting type like creature or spirit, to help the main character Louise, who can't really use magic at all, through her everyday life and other adventures. So you'd think things would be cool between them, but no. The best way to describe this relationship is abusive. She mistreats him every step of the way. Whether it's beating him with a whip every time he tries to interact with other girls, yelling at him, berating him, letting him sleep in a farmhouse like he's an animal. Like, even, this is all, mind you, before they even start dating in the first place. And even after they get together, it's still this problem. And the fact that he just decides to still accept this and be with her is probably the most baffling part about it. Like, a relationship where you're just getting beat on and treated like crap is not even worth it. Especially with all the other lovely ladies the show has. Where's the princess or even the lovely maid when you need them most? Moving on to our next topic, we have Rin Kokonoe and Daisuke Aoki from Kotomo Nojikan. Now, I'm sure you guys have seen this trope in anime enough times before. Student falls in love with their teacher, and then over the course of the story, they end up together anyway. Type thing. You know how it is. Anime has had this happen time and time again, you know. But this is even worse than anything I've ever fucking heard of. Daisuke is a new teacher at this elementary school, right? So you can pretty much see where this is going. He has a 7-year-old child in love and making advances on him, which is already makes me sick enough to my stomach. Like, gross, what the fuck? And instead of, you know, repulsed by this, or like sending her to a shrink or a counselor, or, you know, rejecting these, he ends up falling in love with her anyway and dating her when she's 16 years old. And it doesn't matter that he ends up with her after she's 16. It's the fact that he still ends up thinking and falling in love with her when she's 7 years old. Words can't describe just how gross this relationship is. Or, it's bad enough how messed up the show is. This is just the tip of the iceberg of just how dumb this is. Next, we have the wild and wacky relationship of Yuno and Yuki from Future Diary. Future Diary is already a mental mind trip of an anime as it is, and it's portrayed this way with our 2 main leads. Yuno comes from another universe where she already survived a survival game and became a god. However, Yuki dies in that universe, and being so obsessed and in love wanting to be with him, she literally goes to another universe before another survival game starts, kills her parents and her other self just to take their lives and be with Yuki again and stalk and captivate him into falling in love with her and stopping anyone or anything in her way, keeping them from being apart, even if it means killing friends, family, loved ones, whoever stands in her way. And you'd think having a psychopathic stalker like this would help in this scenario, but it's very unsettling, even at some points. And then there's Yuki, our weak-willed protagonist, who can't really defend himself on his own and has to use her to kill people, but still afraid of her and her weird mental issues. Especially the fact that she can, thanks to her ability, know everything he's about to do before he does it, even. I mean, he doesn't really have any escape, but yet he's still easily manipulated enough to kill his own friends. The only people who actually cared about him and aren't messed up in the brain. If this isn't the worst type of relationship I've seen, I don't know what is. Up next, we have the disastrous love triangle of Kotonoha, Makoto, and Sakai from School Days. If you haven't heard of this anime, you're not really missing anything by watching it. It starts off with Makoto being a shy guy, falling in love with Kotonoha, but being too afraid to confess to her. So he ends up befriending this other girl, Sakai, and together they work to help him eventually get together with Kotonoha. And while eventually he does, he ends up cheating on her with Sakai, and the love triangle begins as it becomes this mess of him cheating on Kotonoha, him cheating on Sakai, back and forth, and then cheating on them both with other girls he's met throughout the course of the show, not giving one flying about their feelings or who he's hurting at that point at all. And even by the time he finally decides to make a decision to be with one girl, it's a little too late, because at this point he's played with someone's feelings a little too much and suffered the consequences. But hey, when you play with fire, you're gonna get burned sooner or later. The next couple we are here to talk about is Goku and Chi-Chi from the Dragon Ball franchise. Now, this one is still baffling. I get that Saiyans prefer strong women, but this is absurd. Goku, almost strong enough to destroy a planet, is still scared of his own wife at times. The fact that his wife prioritizes him getting a job or decide not to fight or have their children fight, even when it comes to saving the literal universe, is baffling. Like during the Cell Saga, where she goes, Gohan's education is more important than saving the planet. What's the point of having an education if the planet doesn't exist anyway? It's so weird. And I mean, I get it. She wants them to have a normal family life and be able to afford things, because Goku doesn't work, for one, which is understandable. It just seems weird, because it's like, you married an alien who's strong enough to destroy a planet on a daily basis. Did you really think you were going to have a normal life? Like, you might as well have just got a job yourself to make sure that there was money. And Goku's fault in this for not understanding what a relationship is, or getting married at all, thinking it's food. Like, as soon as Chi-Chi heard that, she should have easily have known that this relationship was a foolish idea. This is why this is one of those baffling couples that exists in this show, period. You never date someone who doesn't know what getting married is. And there you have it, folks. That's our 5 worst couples in anime. Tell me, if you have any other couples in anime that you felt like shouldn't exist, leave it down in the comments below and tell me what you thought. If you want to see more of our content, you can always Subscribe and see more videos monthly, or check us out live on twitch.tv/AceScorcher, where you see me every Monday through Thursday. Till then, have a great Valentine's Day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!